Hi, my name is Marty Polio, and I'm going to bring a much needed review to a deserving piece of equipment. I have not found any reviews on this light so far. This is August 2015, and this is a really interesting light because on paper it seems like you're getting twice as much as you are paying for. It is a Tolifo 1040 bicolor LED panel, and I've been in the market for a bicolor panel. BI color, bicolor. You know how bicolor panels are so widely accepted in society now since the Civil Rights Act of whatever. No, I want to shoot tungsten. I shoot a lot of stuff at night. I'm using a softbox right now, and it's 500 watts and it's hot. So my big test for this is to use it as a tungsten key light, and so we'll see what happens. And it has 1,040 1,040 LEDs, half and half daylight and tungsten. But all the bicolor panels are half and half, and usually they have 500 or 600, 520, 600 LEDs, and in this price range. What else? It is, the CRI rating on it is 95. CRI is color rendering index. That's the benchmark for how accurate the colors are going to be. And of course they all do that though. Even the cheap ones I've noticed are putting 85 to 90 or something like that. And evidently there's no CRI police. Until now, maybe me, perhaps right now. But anyway, so the price point right now is $226 on the buy it now price. I found, and then it had a make an offer button. I clicked on. I got a little bit lower, but it's handled by one company in Hacienda Heights, California. That's who distributes it in the States. And nice guy. Talked to him. The only, I think, probably, I've already done a lot of tests with this already, and I'll tell you right up front, I like it. But I'll show you some details about it though. But anyway, the only I think improvement to the package would be a better instructions, maybe written by someone who English is their first language. That would be my suggestion to the company. Other than that, I mean, you got a solid metal, heavy-duty piece of professional equipment here, and it's pretty great. I mean, it comes with a remote. It comes with, let me see. Oh, here's a DMX provisions here. We got the cable with RJ on one end and XLR on the other. Very long power cord, and it goes to this transformer. This is a nice power brick right here. It's heavy. It's shiny. It has a nice slick sticker on the bottom with some rubber feet. And the connector is, this kind of looks like a XLR as well. It's two prongs. I wish that it had a normal or a regular or a standard connector with a 90-degree on it. That would be great. But, it's nitpicking. This is a solid connection too, but I just don't like laying it on its back when this is connected because I'm scared the cord's going to break. So, it also comes with this diffusion panel, and I'll show you the details right now. As we look at the front, we see the 1,040 LEDs are split into two groups, one for tungsten, one for daylight, and they're separated by vertical rows. They alternate vertical rows. And there are 4 pegs, one at each bottom corner and each top corner. Little metal pegs that hold this diffuser. As you can see, there are four holes in that. This diffuser could stand to be more diffused, I think, a little snowier. But anyway, you slide it underneath or behind the barn doors, and then it holds on to those. The holes, go into those pegs, and then you have this latch on top that locks it in. So that's that. Let's see, let's take a look at the back. And you got this power connector that has a screw ring around it that holds it in really nice and tightly. And then you got the battery mount for a SONY BP battery. BP is in BP oil spill. could check out my BP oil spill videos. That's a timely reference. Anyway, there's a little release here, kind of a pump thing here to release the battery, and then there are these two prong holes on top. Does anybody know what those are? I don't have a battery. I'm not a battery guy, so I'm going to leave out that part of the review. I will not be able to tell you how long the battery life is on this. But anyway, if anybody knows what those are, let me know. I'm just curious. There's the power button. There's the DMX provisions right there, and then here's the power button, and there's the antenna, and the two dials, one for the color, and that's 56. Now this button, this dial rather, it coincides with the two digits here, and then this other one is for these two digits. So this is the color. We're up to 5600K there, and then 32 Kelvin there. So now that's about 45 will give you both all the LEDs on at the same time. But like 32, you only have the tungsten on, and then 56, you only have the daylight on. So anyway, that's the way that works. And these rotate all the way around. They keep spinning, which is kind of weird. I kind of wish they'd only go one revolution, but again, nitpicking. And then this is the dimmer, and it goes down to 10%, and you can see it go all the way up. It goes up to 99. And anyway, let's take it down to 10. I want to show you that this dimmer, also you can push it in, and it doubles as the controller for the channel. Now you see that that's on channel 1 all the way up to, you can go to 99. And that is because the remote control has to coincide with the unit. If this is on channel 1 right now, this needs to be on channel 1, the remote. The remote has a power button on top, and the menu button on the bottom, which changes the cycles of what it controls, and then the plus and minus. But let's turn the power on. Okay, so we have, that's on channel 5. Let's take it down to channel 1. And so, okay, see, on channel 3, 4, 5, anything, this will not work with the unit, with the light. Let's take it down to 1 because this is on 1, okay? So then the menu button changes to a different function. You'll see the red LED light. That indicates that now it's functioning for the dimmer. And so we'll take the dimmer, you see that going up, up, and then I'll take it back down. And now press the menu again, and the LED on top changes to yellow, and that means that it's color. So this rotates the color from 56, all the way up to 56 down to 3200 Kelvin. And that's the way that works. Also, I might add that if this is on channel 1 and you have other units, you can put, I'm not sure how many units, but multiple units on channel 1, so that this one remote can control, at the same time, control all units. Also, you can put the units on a different channel. So you can use this one remote to dim all of them. They're all on a different channel. You just change the channel on the remote to a different, whatever the other channels are. I mean, is that clear? Maybe that was a little muddy, I guess, but you can put many lights on one channel, or you can put them all on each individual channel. So I think that's really pretty cool. What else? Okay, if you turn the remote on, if you hold down the power button, it's going to turn off the light. Okay, that turned the light off. If you tap it on, you get the light coming back on. Here, I'll open the barn doors a little so you can see. Anyway, so that's the way that works. Hold it down, turn it off, tap it, turn it back on. That's all I can show you with that. These plastic knobs here are really about the only plastic on the whole thing, and they actually tighten really nicely. And all this is, like I said, it's all metal, and it's pretty awesome, and it's heavy. It's a professional piece of equipment. It really is. If a lot of those like light panel units are expensive, but they're cheaply made and real light, and this thing could probably take a fall or two. You know, it could really take a tumble, I would think. Anyway, you wouldn't want that to happen. Let's take it for a spin now. Now I have this light doing what I intended it to do, which is to be a tungsten key light. And I think it's doing a pretty good job. I've got the diffuser on it, which I said should be a little frostier. So I've waited almost a week to get this material in to diffuse this light, because let's face it, LEDs are pretty harsh and I like soft light. So I ordered this Ripstop nylon, and I put it over a shoebox that it will fit right over the LED. Now, I can't open the barn doors because of that, but that's okay. This is supposed to be the closest material you can get to the stuff that they put over soft boxes, which is impossible to get, so I've been told. And anyway, this is Ripstop nylon. They make kites out of it. I'll leave the link below where I got it. And this is natural white, so it has no blues in it. Because I don't want that. This light as it is only goes down to 3200K. I wish it went down to 2500, but you know, that seems to be a feature that's only reserved for lights that cost literally 10 times as much as this one. So anyway, this is natural white, and it's 0.75 in thickness. I've only got one layer of it on the front of this, and let me put it on. Let's see how it looks. I have the softbox on it now, and I have to say, I turned the brightness way up. This is really diffusing that light quite a bit, and it's really softening it up, and I love it. I'm not an LED connoisseur, but I'm pretty sensitive to the green tints that they give off, so maybe I am a connoisseur, but I don't see those tints with this light. And now, in all fairness to this light, I have olive skin and I have kind of a green beard, so I'm like the worst person to do a light review. But, you know, I'm all I've got. What are you going to do? So I like the light a lot, and I will take the, let me see, I'm going to take the color temperature up to, it's at 3200K. I'm going to take it up to about 39. Now all the LEDs are on, both daylight temperature and the tungsten, and now I'm going to take the brightness all the way up. So this is at its brightest. All the LEDs are up. It's at the highest level of brightness, and I'm not sure what the wattage is on this. I'm sorry. I'm too lazy. Just look it up. But I'm sorry this is not a more scientific review, but I just wanted to be over with. I've got stuff to do. So anyway, just look it up, and let me see. Let's take it down, back down to, I had this at 70, and I'm going to take this temperature down to 32 again. Here, I'll take it all the way up to daylight. There's daylight, 56. Whatever. I'm not going to test daylight. Any cheap LED I've ever had is fine for fill light in daytime. I think. But all right, so now it's where it was. And what else about this light? It doesn't come with a case, which is fine with me, because then I feel like all my money is going toward the light. Nobody's giving you free stuff. So I'll fashion a case of some sort with it, for it. But what else? It can really probably take a fall because it's so heavy and sturdy. If I dropped it on a wooden floor, it would probably do more damage to the floor, but I'm not going to test that. But anyway, you know, that's good, right? That's because a lot of life is how well you can take a punch. So there you go. Tolifo 1040 bicolor LED. Good stuff.